All right. Tigst, my question for you is, when you have these marathons where you're battling it out at the end, what goes through your head?
በጭንቅላት ምን ታስባለሽ? በውድድር ላይ ኃይለኛ ውድድር ኃይለኛ ፉክክር ስላለ በጭንቅላት ምን አለ? ምን አይነት ሀሳብ አለሽ?
ስለ ውድድሩ ላይ ያለው ስለ ፔሱ ነው የማስበው። ፔሱ ከተበላሸ ከባድ ድካም ስለሚመጣ ያ ፔስ እንዳይበዛ እሱ ማስበው እንዳይበላሽብኝ።
So I'm thinking about the pace, so that I'm not running too fast a pace, and I'm really in control of my pace. That's really what I'm thinking about in those situations.
And when you had that last battle with Hassan, what did you talk about afterwards? Are you guys on good terms? Is it all good sportsmanship?
So obviously Paris Olympic ጊዜ ከሲፋን ጋር ኃይለኛ ፉክክር ነበረ። ከውድድር በኋላ ከእሷ ጋር ምን ነገረ?
ፓሪስ ላይ ከሲፋን ጋር ጥሩ ፉክክር ነበር። ያው ደስ የሚል ነበር። ለኒሞሬ የማረሰው ፉክክር ነው እና በጣም ደስተኛ ነኝ።
Yeah, so it was a tough competition with Sifan, and I've got a really good memory of that. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Are you hoping for a banter at the end for this race as well, or do you prefer having some distance in between the finish?
What was your question, sorry?
If she hopes that there's another one-on-one at the end of the race this time as well, or does she prefer having it differently, just drawn out more?
ከሲፋን ጋር ለአንድ ለአንድ ውድድር ትወጃለሽ ወይ ሌላ አይነት ውድድር ትፈልጋለሽ ከሷ ጋር?
ከሲፋን ጋር ድጋሚ አብረን መሮጣችን እጅግ በጣም አስደስቶኛል። በጣም ጠንካራ አትሌት ናት። ምንም ጊዜ ከጠንካራ አትሌት ጋር መሮጥ የራሱ ሆኖ የሚያለ ነገር አለው እና ደስተኛ ነኝ በጣም። አሁንም ጥሩ ፉክክር ጠብቀናል።
Yeah, so I love having these tight battles with Sifan. Really happy to be fighting it out closely with her and with the other athletes.
Would it be extra sweet to beat her on Sunday, given what happened in Paris?
Obviously, Paris Olympic Sifan Hassan. አሁን እሷን ማሸነፍ ትፈልጋለሽ ከፓሪስ በኋላ?
እውነት ለመናገር ውድድር ስገባ አሸናፊ መሆን ላምኜ ነው የምገባው። ማራቶን የሚገጥመኝን አላቅም፣ ግን ለማሸነፍ ነው ተዘጋጅቼ የመጣሁት። እንግዲህ እግዚአብሔር የሰጠኝን እቀበላለሁ።
So just to be honest with you, every race I do, I want to win. So that's no different on Sunday. I want to win, and I'll be trying to win. It really doesn't make any difference, and I hope that God helps me to do that on Sunday.
In October, Ruth Chepngetich broke your world record. I'm wondering, what were your thoughts on that? And did you think such a fast time, 2:09:56, was possible by a woman?
So I'm Kenyawi Chepngetich Yalan Kabrawsan ሰበረች ምን ታስባለሽ? ምክንያቱም የንቺ ሬኮርድ ሰበረች። ምን ታስባለሽ?
ሩት ሪከርድ በመስበሯ በጣም አድንቄያታለሁ። ፕራውድ ሆኛለሁ በሷ። ምክንያቱም ሴት ልጅ እንደምትችል ከ10 በታች እንደምትሮጥ አሳይታኛለች። በዚህ አጋጣሚ እሷ ማመስገን እፈልጋለሁ። ጠንክሬ ሰርቼ ከሷ ብዙ ነገር ተብሬ እንደ እግዚአብሔር ፍቃድ ሪከርዱን መልሳለሁ ያስባለሁ። ግን በጣም ፕራውድ ሆኜባታለሁ።
I'm really proud of Ruth for breaking the record. She was the first athlete to go under 2 hours and 10 minutes. So again, I'm being very honest with you when I say that I'm proud of what she's achieved. At the same time, I've trained very hard, and I want to get that record back.
Tigst, you said that you're in better shape this time round than in Berlin, where you ran 2:11:53. What's your training been like? How many kilometers have you been doing a week, and what's the environment been like in training?
So ስለ ዝግጅትሽ ትንሽ ዝርዝሮች መስጠት ከቻልሽ ጥሩ ነው።
ዝግጅቶቼ ጥሩ ናቸው። በሳምንት 200 ኪሎ ሜትርም 250 ድረስ እሰራለሁ። እንደ ሁኔታው ነው፣ ግን ብዙ ጊዜ 200 ኪሎ ሜትር እሰራለሁ።
So my training's been good. I train up to 250 kilometers a week in terms of volume, and it's all gone very well.
And with shoe technology being its big discussion at the minute, how big is that for you? Obviously, when you ran to 11, it was in the new Adidas shoes at the time. I mean, how big is the shoe technology for you in terms of recovery as well?
So የጫማ ቴክኖሎጂ በሚመለከት ምን አይነት ሀሳብ አለሽ? ከሁለት ዓመት በፊት በርሊን ሬኮርድ ስትሰብሪ የጫማ ቴክኖሎጂ ትልቅ ነገር ነበር። ምን ታስባለሽ?
ምንም ጥያቄ የለውም። ለማራቶን ጫማ ኢምፖርታንት ነው። ጫማው ረድቶናል። ምክንያቱም 42 ኪሎ ሜትር ሙሉ ያንን የአስፋልት ምት በደንብ አድርጎ የሚቋቋምልንን ጫማ ነው ያገኘነው እና በጣም ጥሩ ነው ብዬ ነው የማስበው።
So obviously the shoe technology is very important and becomes probably even more important when you're running the marathon over 40 kilometers. So clearly technology plays a role, and I'm very happy that we've got good shoes to use in the marathon.
You've obviously raced quite sparingly over the last couple of years. You've just focused on the 3 big marathons that you've done, and obviously I understand part of that is sort of managing your fitness and your health. Would you like to, if kind of training allows, also run some shorter races or other races as well in between, or do you actually prefer having that longer build up to marathons and having big training blocks in between?
So ለምሳሌ አምና 2 ውድድር ብቻ 2 ማራቶን ሮች ሌላ ውድድር አልነበረም። ለምን 2 ውድድሮች ብቻ ሮች አምና? ለምሳሌ
ከፓሪስ በኋላ ትንሽ አፕዳው ስለሆነ ሙቀቱም ስለነበረው ትንሽ ወደ ድካም ስለነበረው ረጅም ጊዜ ነው ረፍት ያደረኩት። ለለንደንም ትሬኒንግን ረዘም ማድረግ ስለፈለኩኝ ረጅም ዝግጅት ነው ያደረኩት ለለንደን። ለዛ ነው ረፍት ያደረኩት።
So I can probably give you 2 reasons why I'm not racing that much. One, just looking back to the Olympic marathon, I needed a good rest period, good recovery period after that. And then the second reason is that I wanted to have a full training period leading up to London and a really good training block.
And given your 2 marathons in 2024 came down to a kick and you were out kicked, do you think you might want to push the pace a little earlier in the race on Sunday to avoid that?
So እዚህ አምና በስፕሪንት ላይ ፔሬዝ አሸነፈች፣ ሁለተኛ ወጣች። በፓሪስ እንደገና ደግሞ በስፕሪንት ላይ ሲፋን አሸነፈች። ስለዚህ አሁን የእሁድ ውድድር ስናስብ ከስፕሪንት በፊት ማሸነፍ ትፈልጋለሽ?
እውነት ለመናገር ስፒድ ያለኝ አትሌት ነኝ። ነገር ግን በዛ ወቅት ትንሽ የአምስትሪንግ ላይ ስለገጠመኝ ስፒድ መሄድ አልቻልኩም። አሁን ግን እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን አምስትሪንግ ጥሩ ነው። የትኛውም ቦታ ላይ ስፒድ መነሳት ፈልጋለሁ፣ ሞክራለሁም ደግሞ ይሳካልኛል።
So let me say, I mean, I'm a sprint athlete. I'm just adding that, of course, we all know Tigst is an 800 meter runner. So Tigst, I don't have any problem whether it's a sprint finish or whether it's a run from further out. And the reason that I had a problem with the sprint in Paris was that my hamstring was bothering me. Now I have no problem with my hamstring, so I'm ready for all outcomes.
Did you know that back in 2016, you, Sifan, and Tigst Assefa, who's the 5,000 meter world record, you were all in the 800 meters in Paris, and now you're all running much longer distances, competing in marathons. Did you ever think that you would all be like doing this from having started at the 800 meters?
So كأسامة بفيت 800 متر أتلت نبرش هون تلك ماراثون أتلت هونش كأسامة بفيت من أسبش نبر يعني سل ماراثون
ከ10 ዓመት በፊት ስለ ማራቶን አላስብም ነበር። እውነት ለመናገር ረጅም ርቀት ፈራ ነበር። ያው 800 እና ረጅም በጣም ትልቅ ርቀት ነው ያለው። ያው በእንጅሪ ጉዳይ ነው የቀየርኩት ፊልዴ። ግን 800 እና 1500 ነው ነበር ሻምፒዮን መሆን ፈልገው ነበረው። እግዚአብሔር የፈቀደው ግን ማራቶን ላይ ነው። ከ800 ግን ማራቶን በጣም ወድጄዋለሁ።
So 10 years ago, I never thought I would become a marathon runner. I was thinking about 800 meters, maybe 1500 meters. I was a short distance athlete. But the reason that I moved up to the marathon was because I was getting injuries training for the shorter distances. That's the reason I made the switch.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you so much.